All right, AOA podcast on a special Halloween edition. Happy Halloween. Frankie
Sorry.
C is here.
That was me.
Frankie C is here. J Sabs is here. I am here. We are in costume.
We are.
For those that are watching live, you cannot see us yet. We're going to do a reveal. We do not know what each other is wearing. I could only assume that Frank's is nerdy and Janine's is slutty.
Why would you think mine's nerdy?
Why would you think mine is slutty?
And surprise, surprise, mine is both. So we're in for a wonderful evening.
Can't wait.
We have some scary ghost stories to tell. I am going to share a couple. I invited just a handful of listeners. So if you submitted a story, check your email because we'll see if you were invited on. I couldn't do everybody, but I do. There are some good stories. Also, I have to mention this off the top of the show. We bought a Powerball ticket. Powerball jackpot is what? $1 billion?
I think so.
$1 billion.
Can I get sharks with laser beams on their head?
We posted the ticket on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. So if you share that post, Instagram, I think, if you share that post and of course you're subscribed to the channel, whatever we win, we will share. Whether it's the jackpot
Equal
or
share?
a couple of grand. If it's like $50, you all can go fuck yourself. I'm not splitting $50 790 ways.
Well, you got to make the rules clear here. What if it's the jackpot? What if it's $1 billion? Does everybody get it?
If it's $1 billion, whoever shared it this evening before the numbers are announced, and is subscribed to the channel, will get a portion of the $1 billion.
Portion.
Yeah.
All right.
So make sure you go to our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, our Twitter, whatever. All the links are on anthonyonair.com. Hit the share button on that post. Share it with all your friends and family. Let them share it. Let them get in on it. And whatever we hit, like I said, for at least more than like 10,000, between 10,000 and the $1 billion jackpot, and we'll whack it up and share it around.
That's nice.
I'm not sharing $10. Okay, costume, little costume. But now, by the way, so first of all, I never get dressed up for a costume contest, and not that this is a contest, but I never get dressed up. Frank can attest to that.
Yeah, you're a bit of a dud on Halloween.
I now know why. It's a huge pain in the ass. I'm so uncomfortable. I hate it. But I'm dressed up. I'm looking like I'm in a Halloween costume.
Back in the day when I was a kid, my uncle, when he was our age, roughly, he would dress up, and he would go to these things, and he would win like trips to Hawaii and stuff. They don't have that anymore. You would go to like a restaurant, and they would have contests, and it would be first, second, third place, and he would get, my uncle, he would do all the crazy costumes, and he would win all these crazy things. That's when it's fun to dress up.
I do not want to go to a restaurant that is giving away a trip to Hawaii. How shitty do you think their food is?
Oh, you know the restaurant. It's a good place.
Okay. Who would like to go first? Who would like to reveal themselves first?
Are we doing this now? Is there an intro? What are we doing?
No, there's no intro.
That was the intro.
That was the intro. So who wants to go first?
Oh, wow.
What do you want, production pieces? Go fuck yourself.
I thought we,
Oh, I forgot the intro. We do have an intro to the show. Yeah.
Jackass. Yeah,
Okay.
that one.
All right. Who's going first?
Not it.
Okay, I don't care. I'll go. You ready?
All right. Should we guess what J-Sabs is?
Go ahead.
I'm guessing it's slutty something.
Yeah, fuck.
Well, I don't know.
Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's a good guess, Frank. I'm gonna say slutty Jill Biden.
That's slutty Dr. Jill Biden.
Right. Go ahead, Janine.
Darren, yeah. Hey, did I get it? Wow.
I can't believe Frank got it right.
Holy crap.
What the fuck?
Oh,
What
that's
the
good.
hell?
Don't be what does it say on your shirt?
Don't be a basic
Witch?
witch.
Nice.
Basic witch. Ah, very Halloween. Very Halloweeny. Very good.
good.
Very, very
And
good.
I'll tell you something. I didn't even plan on this. So this was at 3 o'clock. I was like, maybe I'll just do the makeup. Okay, why not? And that was it.
Good guess in the chat. Someone said Britney Spears. That would've
Also,
been, Christine Colson said Britney Spears. That would have been a good one. What's this?
You got a
You got a
ticket?
ticket
probably I'm not gonna. Okay, hold on.
for
Ticket
JSAP
story?
walking?
I'm not gonna even
No?
fucking
Okay.
lie. I probably got the ticket because I dressed up as fucking Harley Quinn. Thank you.
Why-
Oh, I
what do you
can't
mean?
wait
What's the
to hear
ticket?
this story.
All right, we'll get to that, I guess.
All right, Frank, who's next? Me or you before we get into J-Seb's ticket story? You got a
go
ticket
next.
while trick-or-treating?
Before trick or treating.
Okay.
So it's a car. You're in your car.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to
go
go
next.
next.
Sure.
Frank, I think, should be the finale.
I don't think I'm that great.
Well, you're better than me since I put 0 to no effort into these things.
Yours sounded loud when you were approaching the mic. It sounded like you were shuffling around a lot.
There was a lot of shuffling, but you're going to be disappointed. I know you are.
Oh, good. I can't
Yeah.
wait for that. I'm gonna guess. What's your guess, J Sabs? Get some guesses in the chat too. What's Anthony dressed up as right now?
I have a feeling that it's like something very sarcastic.
I'm thinking.
That means it is.
I'm thinking Hawaiian skirt. Something Hawaiian.
Oh.
I don't know why. Because I heard rustling before, and I think grass skirt when I hear that.
I'm getting turned on by the idea of myself in a grass skirt. Go ahead.
Well, we'll see how that turns out.
I didn't
All
say it
right,
would
so
turn
let's
anybody
see.
else on.
We got a giant penis. Dave Matthews, Trump,
Dave Matthews. That's what I was gonna go with.
Hunter Biden.
Wait. Was that a giant penis and somebody else guessed Dave Matthews, or was that one and the same?
Well, I wanted to say it was one and the same, but no, two people.
The giant
Hunter
penis.
Biden, a nutsack.
Oh, damn it.
He's dressed up as Hunter Biden's penis.
General Rodriguez from Tropic 06. I don't know what that is. The
Hunter
old
Biden.
scrote.
Hunter Biden's penis would have been the best one.
That would have been a good one.
All right.
It's life size. Okay.
This is.
Jeffrey
I went old
Dahmer.
school. I went old school.
Oh boy. Oh, let me guess. Is it Michael Myers?
No.
If
right.
it's sarcastic and it's boring. Go ahead.
Yeah. Here we go.
Sarcastic and boring. Wow.
Pirate. R.
Wow.
Ooh,
You got the
nice.
sleeve too.
That looks like something. And the
Look,
parrot.
wait. You ready?
Frank's a little pussy.
That's like, who did that?
The parrot talks.
That's pretty good.
Wait.
Janine bangs old homeless guys.
Well, that's just common
He
sense.
got that. He got
That's
that
common
just for
knowledge.
that. You know that.
I saw
It
this
works.
and I was like, let's build it around this.
It works on two levels.
Just so I could do this.
Frank's a little pussy.
That's one smart bird you got there.
Can you
Thank
send
you.
me a video of you doing that so I can send it to my husband because he'll never watch the show? Go ahead. Please,
All right.
I'm not even.
All right. I have to preface this, my costume, with the fact that I had to wear glasses for it. Like, not the costume does not call for glasses, but I'm wearing glasses. So without the glasses, it might look a little better. I don't know.
All right, let's see.
Are you guessing, or are you just?
Oh, wait.
reveal?
So you said you're wearing glasses, but that's.
I'm wearing glasses, but it's just me. I couldn't find my contact lenses.
Oh, so you think it's going to take us out of it?
I don't think so, but it's fine the way it is.
Okay. I don't know. Is this Trump related?
No,
Is it Kanye related?
it is not.
Oh, so you went the topical route, I see. Okay. G.I. Joe.
It's G.I. Joe. No,
No.
it's not G.I. Joe. Any guesses? What do we got? Let's see.
I have no clue.
Frank must be Trump. No, I'm not Trump. Someone said Star Wars, Revenge of the Nerds, Sexy J-Sabs. I didn't dress up as Sexy J-Sabs.
That would have
Darth
been nice.
Vader.
Glory hole? Are you a glory hole?
I'm not a glory hole. That's a good guess.
Darn it! You know what? That's what I wanted to be.
C-3PO is a good guess.
Janine, that would have been great. All you had to do is put a piece of sheetrock over your face.
I know, right? Just a piece of cardboard with a hole.
You got to duct tape the hole though, so it's comfortable.
Her glory hole face is hysterical.
You look like blow up doll when you do it with the lipstick.
I knew I saw that facial expression somewhere. I couldn't nail it down.
Yeah, your bachelor party. Remember?
Guys. What did she say? Harley Quinn want to play? First of all,
I
okay.
don't think she says that.
Go ahead, Frank, because I have a funny story too.
All right, let's see this
right,
big
ready?
reveal, Frank. What are you?
It's not that big of a reveal.
I can only see out of one eye.
All right, here we go.
Wow, is that the Hulk?
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein.
I said the Hulk.
Or the Hulk.
Or the
Go ahead.
Frankenstein. Wow, Frankenstein, because he's Frank.
Yeah,
Are you
next-
wearing a jacket too?
I am. That's why it's hot as hell in here. And people could hear. I don't know if you could hear in the background. There's a fan going because holy crap,
Take
is
it off,
hot
Frank.
in this
It's okay.
basement. No, I gotta stay in the costume.
Wow, you went all out. Yeah, that's a lot of makeup on there. You did the whole.
Oh, this doesn't come off either. I tried. It's all over my fingers. I can't get it off.
Did you do
It's a
that
pain in the
yourself,
neck.
or did your wife help you with that by yourself?
Did it myself.
Now you sound like my husband.
Janine, who helped you with that? Your husband, or you did it by yourself?
Of course, I did it by myself, like I always do.
Oh, look, you got see, it's hard. I only got one. What is that? A heart on one side? Oh, you did the whole. Is that a tattoo face?
Mm-hmm.
You went the whole 9 yards.
Very good.
Look at that.
That's me trying to be a sexy Harley Quinn. It doesn't really work. Actually, I've never seen that movie.
Oh, Suicide
You're
Squad.
not missing much.
Yeah.
Wasn't that good?
All right, I got to hear about this. Forget the scary stories. I got to hear your story about how you got a ticket on Halloween. Who gives a ticket out on Halloween?
A real
Right?
jerk.
God. All right, so I'm driving to my brother's to go trick or treating, and I just started potty training my almost 3-year-old last week. She really just legit started last week.
Thought you were gonna say husband. All right, go ahead.
Him too. So I'm like, you have to go pee pee. Yeah, I have to go pee pee. Okay. So now I'm on the side. I'm on the side of, I'll say it, Sunrise Highway. So it's a service road. And I'm getting to go on a different road. And all of a sudden I see flashing lights behind me, right? Unmarked black van. So I'm like, that's not for me. And he keeps behind me, flashes, sirens going. I'm like, is that for me? It can't be for me. I'm like, what did I do? He makes me pull over. Now, I was right, like, getting onto, like, I don't even know what it's called, between the exit and whatever.
Off ramp,
I guess that's it. Right, off ramp.
shoulder.
And I didn't even pull onto the shoulder. And I'm like, he stops. I'm like, this is for me. He goes, I'm going to tell you why I stopped you, but do you have your license? I'm like, yeah. He's like, is this your car? I'm like, yeah. He goes, do you know the make, do you know the year? I'm like, okay, yeah. So he goes, first off, he goes, you were doing 45 and a 25. So I was like, that's 25 miles back there. Like, and then he's like, I'll be right back. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So he comes back. He gives me this fucking piece of shit right here.
Wait, are you in the Harley Quinn makeup at the time?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
With my baby up in this bitch sticker in the back.
got it. It's classic.
Okay. He's like, I said to him, does it matter that I was on the Suffolk County Police Citizens Academy? Which is true. It's true.
What the hell is that?
He goes, refer to the back of the sheet. So I was like, okay. I'm like, what about NYPD Sergeant card PBA? Because I have that. But I said, I don't have it on me because I just changed. Wallets, and also I was going a little fast because my kids had to pee and I just started potty training. So he's like, you have to refer to the back. I'm like, okay. He's like, if I don't know how many tickets you have to pay, but it depends. Maybe they could reduce it for you. I looked at him. I was like, motherfucker, how many tickets do you think I
that's
have
bull.
to fucking pay? Wait, first of all, this is the first time in my life I've ever been pulled over, and you think I have tickets to pay out? What?
I gotta
The
say,
first
this guy
time
sounds
you've
like
ever
a
been pulled-
prick.
First
What?
time you've ever been pulled over?
Yep.
I'm not believing that.
That's
I'm a good
ridiculous.
girl. I'm a good girl. Want to play? Did she say? That's
I
Chucky.
don't know what she says.
No, I don't.
That is
I'm not
Chucky.
buying. That was the first time you were pulled over
Yep.
in the 40 plus years you've been driving. I find
First
that.
of all, I've only been consistently driving the last 10 years.
What does that mean? Consistently.
It means I got my license at 16, but never really drove because I always worked in the city and lived down the block from a train station. And then I also had a lover who also drove me everywhere.
Man's a saint.
So, yeah. So, no. So, 10 years. But, like, not for nothing. This is what I mean. I got to get the blue sticker on my car.
Is that
What do you
what
think?
you think you'll get off?
Yeah.
I bet you if you had a Trump sticker on your car, you'd be just fine.
Exactly. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Wait, how fast were you going?
So then he gives me the ticket. He goes, so I gave it to you because I got you at 66 and then he goes in a 45. And I'm like, whoa, you said 25. And he's like, oh no, and let me tell you something. He definitely said 45 and a 25. And that's when I said to him, where is it 25 miles an hour?
But you were
that doesn't-
getting off of the highway?
No, I wasn't. I was on the service road of the Sunrise.
Oh, on the service road.
And
So-
it's not 25 over there.
Yeah, that's 45.
Right. That's what I said. So then he said it's 45 and you're going 65. But I'll be honest, I don't really know if I was going 65. And he didn't have one of those speed thingies.
What did he write on the ticket?
He wrote 65.
Did you already address this with our cop friend?
Well, I'm actually texting him right now. I'm
I was
like,
gonna
what can
say,
you do?
yeah, run it down. Yeah, we take some photos, let him look at it. I bet you there's a mistake on there or something.
And it is a trooper, New York State trooper.
Oh, a statey.
What
Worst.
they do is they
Yes.
I forget what it's called, but they ride the same speed as you to see how fast you're going,
Really?
and that's how they get you. So they don't need the gun to track your speed, your radar gun. They match your speed, and they go, oh, she's doing 65.
Here's my thing. How can they actually prove 100% that I was going that speed? There is no way to prove that.
They don't have to. It's the cop. Even if
I mean, well, it's
if
his
they
word
got you
versus
on
mine.
the thing, it's always
Oh,
they're
that's
the
true.
cop. It's final say is that right there.
I don't know.
Well-
Then you hear all those things that they have to like calibrate their speed, their
Yeah.
radar thing, and it's got to be all in order. And
Proof. You got to prove that. How do you gonna prove that?
So, he's like, you could fight it. You could go in court, and that's what he said. They could reduce your points depending on how many tickets you have out. I said to him, I don't have any tickets. He goes, oh, my computer's not working, so I couldn't tell anyway. He's like, that's why I had to ask you about your car.
Ask you
okay.
about your car.
He asked me like what kind of car it is exactly and what year. I'm like,
that's weird. And
Just
usually
get-
when they run your
Oh.
license, they can tell if you have tickets outstanding. I don't know why he said that about the tickets.
right? Because he
See, now,
said,
I don't know if it's legal
it-
to tell them you have a different car, and then they put the wrong info on the ticket.
exactly.
Once the wrong info is on the ticket, it's not valid. anymore.
Right.
Is it possible that he was fucking high off his ass?
The thing that was weird. I mean, no, he was an older white guy. Nothing-
Was he even a cop? Did he get in and out of a cop car?
No, but I tried to be like,
Because can I say the other thing that's worrisome? Oh, did you try and?
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You know what
No,
it was?
did you?
Gene bangs old homeless guys.
If it was just the little one in the
And guys
car,
pretending to
I
be
coulda
cops,
gotten away. Exactly.
You could have gotten away
Wait,
with it
did
if it
you-
wasn't for those darn kids.
It was the
Did
two
you
of them.
say if the older one wasn't in the car, you would have? You. You're such a
1000%.
dick. You're such a dick.
1000%.
Here's the other thing that's very suspect about this whole situation. I don't know how long I'm going to last with this fucking eye patch. This only being able to see out of one eye is kind of driving me crazy.
I don't know how long I'm going to keep this jacket on.
I don't even know why you're wearing a jacket. You could have worn a black shirt like I did. It would have been just the same
I
effect.
did wear a black, but he has a blazer on. I couldn't find my blazer either, so I had to wear a jacket.
That looks like a handwritten ticket.
It is.
When was the last time anybody saw a handwritten ticket? Usually they
I know.
print it out of the little printer thing in the car.
Those remind me of the days with the credit card sliding things.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember those things?
It was, I'll be honest with you, I had no idea where this guy came from. And truth be told, I usually don't speed. I'm usually below. Not below,
You're below
but
the speed limit.
I'm not below the speed limit, but I don't really go. I don't think I would go 65 on the side road.
Yeah, I once got pulled over. I was on the Parkway. They said it was 55, and they said I was going 82. I was
Well,
like, are you nuts?
Not
first
you,
of all-
Frank. No.
I was like, first of all, no, I'll admit when I speed, I've sped before. I've gotten tickets, whatever. But this time, it was rush hour. There was no way I could, even if I wanted to go 82, I couldn't go 82. I was in the middle of a New York highway
See,
on Long Island going 82. There's no way. There's too many cars. There's no
Yeah.
way I could have done that. Oh, you go, and he yelled it at me as he was walking away. I said, how fast was I going? He yells back, oh, you were going 82. I went, what?
Frank, I don't think you've ever gone 82 in your life, so I don't believe this. Right?
Possible. Yeah, I don't think I did.
Frank was a bit of a wild child when he was younger.
Well, I don't think okay, how about this? His brother has never definitely driven 82. What do you think about that?
I don't know if he's gone 82, but he's.
No.
I think
He
he's
is an
gotten
old
a
man.
ticket or two.
It's just, it's weird. He didn't ask for my registration. He only asked for my ID.
That is weird. That's because he
Right?
couldn't check the registration on his computer.
You're right. That's why he asked me right away, oh, what year it is? What year is it? But
Yeah,
So-
he could have just gotten that off the registration. What the hell is wrong? What's up with this guy? I don't think he
So-
was a cop. Did you check that ticket?
yeah. That's okay. I went to see how much it is online, and it's like, oh, check back in 72 hours. I'm like,
Ugh. Yeah, we're,
I could go fight it in person, which I think I'm probably going to do.
well, what are you going to say? What's your defense?
Oh, definitely. First of all, they'll argue it down right away. They don't even give a shit anymore.
No, they don't.
Like, there's no like, oh, Your Honor, they're like, you get there, there's 17 lawyers.
Yeah.
They're all just like, okay, we can get this down to this. You okay with that? You pay a fucking moving violation. Yeah, okay. Big waste of your fucking time. You pay a bunch of money, you're out of there in like 45 minutes.
Right. And if the guy doesn't show up, then it gets thrown out, right?
I swear to
Yeah,
God, I
but they
don't
should.
even know if that applies anymore.
Really?
Yeah, because you literally get there and that's like if you have to go to like trial.
Yeah.
You get there and they go, we'll argue this down to no points, like a fine and, whatever.
Right. You know what? I'm going to go. I don't give a fuck. Sorry. And you know what? I'm going to represent myself. And
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
don't
be
need
like,
a lawyer for a traffic ticket.
Yeah,
I'm
what
gonna-
are you, Daryl? What's the fucking guy that's been representing himself, driving everybody crazy? You Daryl Brooks?
The hell is that?
I
guy-
am, yeah.
It doesn't matter. Go ahead, Ginny.
Never mind.
I'm going to, this is what I'm
You
gonna
want
do.
Frankenstein lawyer to represent you?
I'm going to dress as Elle Woods. I'm going to dress as Elle Woods. And if neither of you know who that is, I'm signing off right now.
I know who Elle Woods is.
Thank you. So I'm going to dress
Everybody
as Elle
knows who Elle
Woods. I'm
Woods
going to
is.
have my day in court. I'm gonna,
Mm.
oh, I can't wait to be like, Your Honor, I object.
I'm telling you, you're going to be brutally disappointed.
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
not
it's
going
gonna
to
be
work
like,
out.
okay, how's this? Okay, good. I'm really
I-
upset.
I
I'm
move for
really
a
upset.
mistrial. Get the hell out of my court and pay the fine.
Right. I'm not happy.
Yeah, you know what? It's probably some old dick who's like, he had to fucking be working on Halloween instead of taking his grandkids trick or treating.
Yeah.
I
You
know.
know.
Do you guys get a lot of trick or treaters? We got like half a dozen.
Well, I wasn't home, so I went trick or treating. Well, I went first, joyriding, and then trick or treating.
course.
Did you leave the bucket outside, Janine?
I did not. I don't trust people.
What?
And
Good
here,
for
wait,
you,
here's
Jay
another
Sabs.
thing, though. Back up 1 second.
All right.
This is what the guy told me. Now, I don't know if you've been told this before or not. He goes to me after he's like, "Can I have your ID?" He goes, "You could keep the windows down or up." What's that,
What does that mean?
I'm telling
when
you,
they're-
this is not right.
No, this cop. I don't even think. I think
Something's
this
wrong
was a
here.
guy dressing as a cop for Halloween. This was not a guy. This was not a real police officer.
Yeah, I think you're going to be on TikTok later.
Yeah.
And then, wait. So the way I was pulled over, like I said, I pulled over on the ramp, but not on the shoulder or the grass. Because when he pulled over, he did not pull over on the grass or like it was
Well, they
very
follow you wherever you go. They have to
Yeah.
be right behind you.
but he didn't even tell me, "Can you pull over on the grass?" It was very dangerous. Like he's kind of like he saw me slowing down, he stopped right behind me.
Yeah, this
And I'm
was not. This was.
And
this
that's why
was-
I didn't even pull over on the grass because I was like, I don't know if this is for me. But he could have said, "Can you pull up a little bit or can you pull over to the side?" Don't you think he would have said that? Because it's a very dangerous spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
could have
know.
said a lot of things he didn't say, like ask for your registration. The window thing's kind of weird. I know that with like when you get pulled over, you got to roll all your windows down, turn the light on, and put your hands on the wheel or something like that. That's like the courtesy thing to do. You don't have to, but that's what they tell you to do. But
All I
this
did
guy-
was, and then I guess because of the way we parked, he didn't come to my side. He came to the passenger side.
That's a thing. They do that sometimes.
They
Did he do
do.
that?
Okay.
Did he have
Yeah.
a partner? Was there
No.
someone else with him? No one else with him.
I gotta say, there's a couple of people in the live chat right now that think you just escaped a fucking rapist
Yeah.
impersonating a cop. I'm reading a bunch
Really?
of people saying that. Yeah.
Hey, would you blow me? This guy has your info now. Please be safe.
Oh, really?
Well,
Who doesn't take a registration? Was it a real legit cop car? Did you see it, or did you
No,
just
it was a unmarked black
unmark?
like
No, you do.
SUV.
his information's got to be on the ticket. So you call the precinct and you say, "Is this a real officer? Did I,
Good move, Frank. I was gonna go the other way and say you should watch your back because you're probably in for something tonight, and it's Halloween. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you can wait it out like Anthony. Anthony suggests waiting it out, maybe running, hiding in a closet if someone knocks on your door. That's a way to go. Or call the precinct and see if that's a real cop on duty.
Kind of kinky. Not a precinct because he was a New York trooper.
They still
Yeah.
operate out of a place, don't they? They have a headquarters of some kind. He
Yeah.
doesn't have a phone number on there or a badge number or something.
Nope. It's just his name. I knew his name. And his officer ID.
Is it Officer Krupke?
It's with a C.
Oh,
Is it
Is
Mike
it
Hunt of the Beaver Police? Beaver Town Police.
all right, meow.
Just very, very strange.
All right, Dark Saga. I can't read. I don't know. Dark Sage. I got a fucking one eye. Have an interesting historical question for this panel. Shoot. Just say
Fire
what it
away,
is.
buddy.
Yeah, because now we're waiting. Now the pressure's on.
Oh, wait a
Oh,
minute. I just
spotlight's
thought of
on you.
something.
Go.
I could say I think I was targeted because I dressed slutty.
There you
Boom.
go.
Boom. It's going to hold up in court, bitches. Boom.
There you go.
Okay.
So there's no information on the ticket, a precinct, a
No.
phone number, nothing on the back,
It
anything.
just says, nope. Officer ID number, which is not really great. You can't really see it.
That's
And
always
his
good.
number. And his name.
And
His
that's
phone
it.
number?
No.
All right, so you call your precinct. I'm sure everybody's in. They all share a system. I think and you just call your local precinct and you ask if they. I'm sure it's all connected.
Call the state police and be like, this guy was high as fuck and gave me a ticket. He was slurring his words. It was crazy. Is he Irish? Because that'll pass. They'll be like, oh, fuck.
Probably.
See?
I don't know. Did he have a firearm?
I did not see.
Did he have any kind of identification at all? Did he have a badge?
He had a badge.
He had a badge. All right.
Did he have a
Do you
bird on
think-
his shoulder?
Do you think our friend's card would have worked? I don't know.
Yes. Okay, that was my other question. Why didn't you hand the card? You always hand the card with the license. You don't
I
give
did
it
not
after the fact.
Because since I'm a fucking woman, I changed out my
Oh,
wallet
you said that.
and I
That's
did
right.
not put in all my cards just yet.
That's right.
But one of the guys that I was trick or treating with, he is a Nassau County cop, and he said, he said, a lot of times the New York troopers will not take NYPD cards. I'm like,
I can see
really?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like not nice to each other.
No.
Good question from Rhoda. Did the cop look like a guy Anthony hired?
Oh my God!
That would
Imagine
be a good one.
That would be great.
So yeah, there's something shady about this. I definitely do a little follow up on that one. And
I
you
gotta tell
called
you-
and who said 48 hours or 72 hours?
The
What'd you
stupid
call?
website.
Okay.
My cousin was a cop, and every time he used to see one of his family members, he would fucking pull him over and then just have the guy he was with go up and like harass the shit out of the people until
Ooh,
they
really?
till they were near tears, and then he would put on the loudspeaker him cackling in the car. Fucking guy was all time.
God.
Yeah, he was great.
I wonder if
Alright.
there's. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. think
I
my
still don't
friend-
know if this really happened or if this is part of like a ghost story. Janine is like,
Yeah,
doing
maybe the guy was a
impromptu.
ghost.
Maybe.
Ghost cop.
Hold on a minute. Do you know any state trooper right now?
No.
Don't we know a state trooper in one of the kids in Michael's class? That yeah, we know a state trooper. Not enough to get you out of a ticket.
I know.
Yeah, he's highway patrol too, so it's probably the guy.
Oh, really?
Is he Irish and frequent to drunk episodes? We're finding out.
That's just a stereotype.
Yeah. By the way, Rhoda, I think we picked your ghost story. I just flashed her thing on there. And hey, would you blow me? I think we picked yours too. So like, give us 20 minutes. And you want to come on and tell us the ghost story, you can.
Yeah, you should have a link in your email.
Yeah, check your emails.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I sent a picture of my face to my mother, and she just wrote to me, "The cop must have loved your face. LOL." Fuck you,
Oh, boy.
Phyllis.
Well, she knows you.
You should be like, this wasn't even my costume. I was on my way to put my costume on, Mom.
Ah.
Mm.
All right.
Slut.
Paul's got this right. Very Sopranos. Yes, I agree.
You think so?
It's like when the cop pulled over Dr. Melfi. It's all very suspicious.
Yeah, this screams fake cop.
Don't go
I
out for
think
hamburger when you got filet mignon at home. That kind of deal.
I'm telling you, this guy pulled you over for some weird reason. Okay. Pulled you over for some weird reason. You had kids in the car, and he said, "Forget it." That's what
You
I'm
think
thinking.
so? You think that could be a possibility?
I can't say it's not a possibility.
Kind of kinky, actually.
All right. I mean, what does it take? Fake badge and a blinking light in his car?
You should have went all Karen on him. You should have been like, Mike, you're going to clean up my fucking kid's pissy pants now.
Yeah.
Because
You
I'm
know,
fucking
should've
sitting here.
I am recording you,
Yeah.
and this is going on YouTube.
You should have done that. I can't believe you got a ticket on Halloween.
I mean,
That's
who gets
bogus,
a
man.
fucking ticket on Halloween?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Michael Myers didn't even get a ticket on Halloween,
Right.
and he murders people.
Yeah, Halloween is like one of those days where you could just be nice to people just because it's like a holiday.
Or like the Purge, and you just go all crazy and kill people, and it's just like, it's Halloween, so it's okay.
I mean,
What's wrong with you?
I'm in character right now.
God.
oh, good. Urgh.
Hold on, my bird wants to say something.
What? Boo! You stink.
A new one. Nice.
Be nicer to Janine.
I couldn't find bolts that would stick to my neck either.
Yeah, I got to tell you something. My costume is better than yours. At least mine's interactive. I would have lost money on that. I thought you were going
Mine's
to go all out.
interactive.
Frank's is interactive. Do you hear him grunting?
Urgh.
You just this is your like excuse to put makeup on? Is this like a thing with your wife?
I don't need an excuse to put makeup on.
Not at all.
Are you and Erin gonna play Bride of Frankenstein after the show?
We got the wig.
She's
The
gonna have a
tall black
green,
and white
she's
wig.
gonna have a green gina. And an
This
asshole
makeup-
like the Hulk.
Oh boy, this makeup is hard to get off. Gotta tell you.
Oh Jesus!
You know it's gonna be funny later when she's in the bathroom trying to scrub it
Scrub
off.
her thighs.
And all you're gonna see is this from behind, and Frank's gonna be like, "Oh man, she's gonna have to finish herself off again."
Oh shit. I feel bad, Janine, because I'll tell you what. I know this is like your Christmas. This is like your holiday.
It is. That's
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
Yeah, this
I haven't had to
stinks.
cry yet. I didn't cry, surprisingly.
Why didn't you cry when he was with you? Like you should have started crying
Should've.
immediately.
I know. I was like,
I hear from women that crying or flashing the tits gets you out of just about anything.
I know.
My
But
wife
then if
got
I
out of a
would've flashed-
homicide investigation by crying and flashing her boobs at the same time.
It's true. I
That's-
should have
that's
done
pretty
the
good.
tits, but like I said, the older one was in the car, and she, you know what? I told her in the car, okay, let's not tell anybody about this. Okay, cool. That was nothing. That was a funny joke. Ha ha ha. And then later on, she tells my husband, "Mommy, what'd you tell Daddy what happened with the guy?"
That's what she said.
I'm
Well, you were planning on not telling him?
kind of.
It's messed up.
No, wives don't tell their husbands they get a ticket.
No. But you know what I did? In front of like 20 people. I was like, as soon as, because he met us later on, I was like, hi, okay, I'm telling you this right now in front of everyone so
In
you don't
public.
get that mad. I go, got a ticket for speeding.
Nobody's gonna blame you though. I mean, you're a fucking kid who had to pee. What are you gonna do? You're potty training. You're in that.
Well, this guy
delicate.
blamed her.
This guy's a
Yeah,
dick.
right. He blamed me
Because a
with his
jerk.
fucking handwritten ticket. Sorry, I know we spent a
I think
lot of
that
time on
ticket
that.
says
Just
play school on it.
fucking
Didn't we have like
That's true.
topics?
Yeah, kind of. I was gonna ask you. Do you guys feel like I know Janine does? Frank, do you feel Halloween?
Do I feel like it's Halloween?
Yeah.
A little. I mean, maybe if we got the decorations, people trick or treating. I mean, a little bit. It doesn't. It's not the way it used to be. They used to have parties, and it was, you know,
You know what, Frank? I'm gonna have a party next year. A Halloween party.
throw a Halloween party. That'd be
I thought
great.
she was
You'll
gonna say,
come?
"Oh, I'm gonna have a party
I'll
next
go.
week."
Yeah. I'd love it.
Are you really gonna have a Halloween party? Because
Yeah, I
we're
am.
busy that night.
You're definitely not invited because I know you're gonna bitch about it for weeks on end. But
All right, that's not funny, asshole.
That's
Bird
a good
defends
one.
me. It's my bird.
I think that bird could replace me on the show.
He does have more funny lines than you this episode. I will say that.
He does. He does. If I'm not here, just put the bird in my place. That's fine.
easy enough.
All right. So let's
with
talk about decorations really quick, because my wife, we took the kids trick or treating, and then she's like, "We got to go see this house." And it turns out that we actually saw it last year, but I never took any pictures of it. So I just
Ooh, can we see it?
Yeah, I snapped a quick photo of it tonight.
There's a lot going on in there.
And so this is like just like a step back from the curb. I don't know if you guys can see it. Sucks if you're listening. Sorry. But look, I have a close-up shot too, and I'll try and zoom in a little bit here. But like this guy went all out with like flying bicycles and all these like deranged cars. He had fucking like little grilling hearts and TVs with, look at this fucking TV over here.
Where does he keep all this stuff?
Right? Where does this stuff sit fucking 12 months out of the year?
That's the thing.
He's got to have a storage unit just for this.
Here's a closer, you get a better view of just like the main part of it. But he had like here's like some clocks and stuff. He had fucking thing that jumped out of the back of these two things. Was a Nightmare Before Christmas guy right here. I don't know if you can see him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm kicking myself. Oh, he has a Trump thing over here. It's Trump
wait a
and
minute.
Trump
That
and
is
Biden
scary.
together.
That's kind of scary.
And then I'm kicking myself, but he had. Do you remember in What do you got there, Janine?
My best costume ever. Go ahead.
Do you remember in Beetlejuice when Alec Baldwin stretched out his nose to try and
Yeah,
look
yeah, yeah.
scary?
Yes.
He had that on the
Ooh,
wall.
I
Oh,
love
I've seen
that.
that. I've seen it. There's a house around my neighborhood with that.
Do you have a picture of it, D? Send it to me.
That's
Yeah, that was
that's a
pretty
fun one.
impressive. All right, Janine, let's see this costume.
Can you see?
Wait, hold on. I only got one eye. Hold on.
What is that, Pat?
What is that? That looks like Pat.
No, it's the guy from what's it called?
Breaking Bad?
Yeah,
Are you Walter White?
yeah.
Okay.
It's not the greatest picture, but it's pretty
I'll show
funny.
you I'll go back in time here.
That's when they at work they were like, oh, that was my first year at my last job, right? My first Halloween, and they knew I loved Halloween, and they're like, oh, we dress up, right? And I was like, oh, that's so great, I love it. And then everyone's talking about what they're gonna be, and then I forgot who told me the night before. They were like, we don't want to make you feel bad, but nobody dresses up, and you were gonna only come in
one
as
of
the
those.
first only person. So I was like, you don't think I'm not gonna dress up now? So I went in and I dressed up as Walter White.
Good. Were
We-
you the only person?
Yes.
What a bunch
Wow.
of scumbags.
This was an episode of Modern Family where Mitch gets a new job
Yeah.
and then he shows up in a
Yeah,
costume
right?
and nobody
I'm
else is dressed up.
That's what I told you. This is gonna be one of the. This is gonna be the premise for the Halloween episode of my Netflix show.
I gotta tell you though, if I showed up and I was the only one that showed up at work like that in a costume, I wouldn't be ashamed. I'd be like,
No.
I
"You
know
guys all
you
s-
would own it. I admire
guys
you for that.
suck.
I'd be so
you guys all
fucking
suck for not
embarrassed.
dressing up." The
Yeah,
hell?
no, I'd be so embarrassed.
Would you really?
Yeah. If
me
I
and
was
you.
the only one who showed up getting dressed.
Fuck
What?
that.
Where the hell-
This is by the way, this is the most effort I put into a costume. I don't even know how
12
long.
years, 15
Yeah,
years.
At least.
I really
least.
like that house, but there is a house near me, and I took the girls there Friday night where these people go crazy. And they give out candy and stuff too. Not on Halloween, like on the weekends, because they have people come and there is a Jason, there is a Michael Myers, there's a Freddy, and there is the clown walking around from it.
Pennywise.
Yep. There's a whole clown section, which is crazy too.
I mean, that house you showed us was crazy, but I feel like it's a little too much. No?
I don't know where these people fucking find the time, or the electric bill. I have
Well,
no idea.
I said, where do they store this stuff? Because I store my Christmas stuff, and my roommate's going to kill me for all the stuff that I have. Here. Can you see? I mean, it's hard to see.
Wait, hold on. Let me put you up
I'm
on it.
gonna look at it.
Ooh.
Oh, hold on, Frank. First of all, Michelle, hi, Janine and Frank. Can't think of anybody better to spend Halloween with. Love you guys. That's very nice.
How
We love you
sweet
too.
is that?
We don't want to spend Halloween with anybody else. That's why
Yeah.
we're fucking here.
Scary.
Hold on.
Okay. I mean, it's just like a huge.
Oh yeah, I see it. What is that huge thing? Is that a duck? The fuck was that?
That is classic Halloween duck.
Yeah, it's a Halloween duck here. There's like a whole tent dedicated to just scary clowns.
Good lord.
I actually, so I ran into two people that I know there, so that's how popular this house is.
It beats the hell out of my decoration. We put a string of orange lights going down the walkway, and halfway through last week, it snapped in half, and we didn't replace it. Like, fuck,
I know you're like, fuck it.
what am I doing? It's one string of lights we set up. It snapped in half. I'm like, no, that's it. That was the effort. That's all
Halloween
you
is
get.
canceled.
That's it. I'm done. That's all I could do for today.
Oh man, come on, Frank.
All right.
What happened to you? You used to be Mr. Halloween guy.
That's true. But all right, so here's a throwback. I guess we were in our early 20s in this picture.
Wait, is this the one where you are in blackface? Because I don't
What?
think that's a good idea to show.
No, I never did
Oh.
blackface. I never did
All right.
blackface.
You're not ready to show everybody that? So I didn't-
Wait, Haywood is said
actually
he's trying
whiteface.
to get in. I'm dying to see what Haywood looks like, because I think it's one of
yeah.
our friends.
It's not.
It's not.
Are you sure?
Okay.
I mean, unless he's got a whole email alias, it's not. I read his story.
So back in the day,
His story's
Gotta
good.
be-
I saw Rhoda too. Rhoda's I thought had the best story. But go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's all right. So back in the day, maybe we were in our early 20s. I was Beetlejuice. A friend of ours was Batman, and my brother Milhouse was one of the guys from Dodgeball, Average Joe's, the pirate guy. And Anthony, I don't know what the hell you are, but here you go. Oh, of course.
He
Oh,
was a
Jesus.
fucking DJ from Long Island.
Get a phone that works.
Shut up.
Look at that.
I don't look at all the effort Anthony put into his costume.
Yes.
Frank, I loved you
hat,
as
I think.
Beetlejuice.
Thank you.
What'd you
That
say,
was a
Janine?
bitch. That
I
that
loved him as
costume was a
Beetlejuice.
bitch.
Oh,
Because he didn't really use that much white makeup on his face.
That's true.
that's true. That was Frank just putting black around his eyes.
And you see, look at you want to see the
Does
authenticity
it do
here?
black eyes? Okay.
You see that right there? That is a Zagnut bar in the pocket.
That is effort.
Anybody who's seen the movie knows the Zagnut bar from the movie.
That's
Wow.
fucking effort. That's unbelievable. All right. Do you want to hear a ghost story?
Let's get Hey, would you blow me on?
All right. Hey, would you blow me? Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up here. Okay. Let's bring him on.
There,
There
he
we go.
is.
What's going on, guys?
Mr. Blow Me, how are you?
I'm well. You can call me Ryan if you like.
Technically, the last name is Jablow me.
Joe.
That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, blow me.
All right. I'm losing the eye patch. I can't fucking see a thing. All right. Go ahead, my man. Tell us
All right.
your ghost story.
All right, so it's kind of a long one, but now you guys read it, so you know quite a bit of it. So, I live in Virginia now, but I used to live in Illinois. And
First
when
of
I
all,
was-
Ryan, let me just say this.
Go ahead.
I am the only one who's read this story. Frank and Janine have
We have
not.
not.
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
okay, so
We want
Ant's the only one.
Yeah.
And the
We wanted to
audience
stay
has
fresh.
obviously not heard it. So everybody's fresh.
All right, so I grew up in Illinois, in the Midwest, and I moved out to Virginia because my parents took a job out here with the government, whatever. So we used to go back to Illinois for Christmas every year, and so this is actually kind of a Halloween ghost / Christmas all around holiday ghost story. But we used to go back and we'd spend the week or two at my uncle's house. He had a big house, empty house, him and his boyfriend, and we would just spend the time there and to visit with the family. And they'd had a party every year for the family. For
Hang
Christmas.
on. Your uncle's gay, correct?
That is correct. So it's
Did
him
he
and his
know where
boyfriend.
all the local glory holes were, or was that just
I'm
specific
not
to
really
my uncle?
sure. I at the time I wasn't really up on all the
Glory holes.
holes at the time. So yeah, I'd have to get back with them and find out about that. I'll get back with you on that one.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no, for sure. So one year we were back for Christmas, and I had a routine of I'd wait for everybody to leave the party and go to bed, and I would kind of sit down there and watch movies until I was ready to go to bed, and then I would go to bed. So I was watching movies, and all of a sudden I heard somebody come down the stairway into the kitchen, and I kind of hollered out to see who it was, and nobody really replied. So eventually I kind of got up and actually looked, and when I did, there was just a lady standing there, and I'd never seen her before, and freaked me out. So I stood there and stared at her, and she was looking into the kitchen, and she kind of looked back over her shoulder at me, and it freaked me out. So I just kind of turned around and sat back down on the couch and was like, dude, what the fuck did I just see? And I sat there and I was scared as hell, and just sat there until I finally got enough courage to just get up and look again, and she was gone. But yeah, apparently his house has been haunted for years, and there were some lady that died in the house apparently. And so my aunt, when she would go and clean the house, she would hear things, and things would be moved and all kinds of stories, and we'd always hear things, but nobody ever really, I don't know, I'd never really heard of anybody actually seeing the ghost itself, but it was always noises and footsteps and just different things. But yeah, that freaked me out. So yeah, that's my ghost
boy.
story.
Damn.
So did you ever get a description of the woman? You said that there was a woman that died in that house.
No, there
Did you
was. some like old photos and paintings and stuff in the attic, but I don't know that they were. I don't know if I ever saw any of them or anything like that. So I could never really match her up with anybody. But yeah, they called her Granny. I mean, they were aware of her existence long before that experience.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was quite an experience for sure.
It's just some old lady in your kitchen.
Just some old lady staring into the kitchen. Yeah, she walked down the back steps. I called out for my mom and her husband at first, and nobody said anything. And I thought, well, maybe my uncle would come downstairs for some water or something. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, nobody ever answered, and I kind of just peeked around the door, and yeah, there she was. And you could kind of see through. I mean, she was definitely a ghost type of thing. It wasn't like a solid person. Like I couldn't see her feet. It was like a like a misty ghost apparition type of
classic
thing.
ghost.
It was crazy. It was like the librarian almost in
Ghostbusters.
What was that, in Ghostbusters or something like that.
Cool.
Yeah, it was pretty
How old
wild.
were you?
A teenager, like maybe 12 or 13, 14, something like that. Pretty young. I was middle school or high school.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me.
Nope.
I mean, I've got a few other ones. Like my grandma, her house was apparently haunted too, but that was like flashes of lights and like the walls would breathe and stuff like that. Like
the walls would breathe.
Yeah. And my grandma used to babysit like for the church, and so there was like always mad kids in the house. But like there was a playroom in the back of the house that used to be one of the bedrooms, but they just turned it into a playroom where all the toys and stuff were, and the kids would hang out back there. If you were sitting back there real quiet, you could hear that like somebody was just like almost like they had respiratory problems or something. And it just like you'd be sitting there, and eventually you'd start hearing the breathing. It's like it'd freak you out, and you just go tearing off down the hallway to get back out the living room. But yeah, and it was all times of the day you could hear that. I mean, it was day, night, didn't matter. People would walk by windows, and you'd go run to the window, and nobody'd be there. Like you'd see the top of somebody's head walk by a window, and you'd run to the window real fast to see who walked by, and there'd be nobody there, and nowhere for him to go. It's like all open backyard, nowhere for him to go. It's just nothing there.
Man.
Yeah, I've had a couple of little experiences, but that ghost, that big actual ghost, was like, that was crazy. That scared the shit out of me.
All right, now here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
This is my question about this, because I think it's interesting that you said other people saw the same thing. What I wonder when I hear something like that is, did you actually see this, or were you in some kind of a bizarre dream? You said it was late at night, right? Wasn't it like 2 a.m. or something?
Well, nobody else ever did. Well, that I know of, nobody actually saw the ghost. They would hear like footsteps. Like my aunt would be downstairs, cleaning, and she would hear somebody walking upstairs and know that she was the only person in the house. She'd go upstairs and there wouldn't be anybody there.
Right.
Or things would be moved around. Like it would be items that would be out of place that wouldn't have any reason to be out of place. They would always report to him, hey, did you move this? Did you move that? And they'd be like, yeah, no, there's always stuff moving around, blah, blah, blah. So nobody actually saw that. At my grandma's house, a lot of people would see those things, like the head. You could hear, everybody heard the walls breathe, the flashes of light out through the windows. Those were, common. Everybody saw those and heard that stuff.
See, because my question is I'm not doubting there's a spirit to this, but I always think that it's more that you're dreaming and they're in your head that way than you actually see. Like, I know you think you see them, but I feel like they might be in that room occupying your dream.
Come on, man.
I thought, that I might have been kind of like maybe half passed out or, maybe tipsy. Because, I mean, I was a kid and, once the adults get drunk, you start kind of hitting the wine glasses and the half full beers and stuff like that.
Whoa.
So, teenage kids, that's what we do. But I thought that, but then it was the hearing it come down the steps, and then my being aware of that, and then kind of waiting for a response and not getting the response. I mean, there was a full, it wasn't like it was just a half dream state. I don't know. It seemed much more real than that.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you're already trying to debunk everything.
I'm not trying to debunk. I'm just saying, I think in my mind, when I hear that, I don't think, because I think if anybody else walks in the room, they're not seeing it. But I think that there is something there, and I think that they do get into your your dream, and that's how we think we're seeing it. And there is something there, but we're not actually physically seeing anything. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
There's
Got it.
something there, but we're not seeing it.
Like, I think if a spirit is present, it's not going to be visually there. You think you're seeing it, but you're in a dream state, and what you're dreaming is what that spirit is making you see in your dream. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Okay, fuck
Are you
all.
dreaming or are you not dreaming?
You're dreaming. I'm not saying there's not a ghost or a spirit there. You're dreaming, but you're not actually seeing it with your eyes. You're dreaming, but the spirit is like affecting your dream.
I think I get what you're
Anthony,
saying, where it's actually
wrong.
kind of planting
Right.
its energy into your head to make you see, but you're not really visually. It's not like it's really physically there in front of you.
Right.
It's just kind of like you're in this half dream state, and you're kind of
Right.
Yeah, I
Because
kind of get what he's saying. But
because
it's hard to explain.
if there's ever stories like this where more than one person sees it, they don't always see the exact same thing, but they'll see something similar. Like
Versions
I saw
of
a spirit or a wavy thing, or I could tell it was a young girl or an old lady, or they'll have some kind of detail, but they won't all see the exact same. Like, they can't be like pink shirt, green pants, black
with enough
shoes.
detail to
Right.
That's not always true. There's ghost stories of there's a lady in a black dress that walks around here or there, and everybody sees it, and not everybody, but a lot of people see it, and they always see the same person. So it's not a different thing every time. You know
See,
what I mean?
what you're saying, right? I don't think it's a different person every time, but what you're saying, Anthony, is that the cop that I saw before was not technically there.
Wasn't there at all. Yes, correct.
Thank
That was ghost cop.
getting some FaceTime for the dog. Sorry.
Yeah, who's the dog?
Oh, let's
That's
see the dog.
that's actually a stray that just wandered up Friday, so I don't really know what to call her. I've been calling her Sweepy.
Oh, and you
But
took
she was
it
out.
in?
She was running back and forth in road construction out here beside my house, and so I couldn't really let her just keep playing with traffic. So I brought her in. My dog's over there asleep on the floor because he got kicked out of his seat, and his name's Ozzy.
Could we
Did
see
he
the
get
other
kicked out
one?
of his seat by the new dog?
Yeah. She kind of made herself right at home as soon as she came in, so she's she's taking over his seat. His name's Ozzy, and I've been calling her Sweepy.
Oh,
about
well, let me
Harriet?
tell you something, Haywood.
Harriet. Oh, there you go. See,
Okay.
yeah, not quick enough.
You
Or Ozzy and Sharon.
Cherry.
Sharon from the Osbournes.
well, it seems like you have a connection to dogs and the underworld. So there we go.
Yeah, that's
Well,
nice.
they say dogs have a connection to the underworld, or
Yes,
some
they
people
do.
do
That's true.
anyway. I don't know who they are, but yeah, some people, I've heard that.
I agree.
Hey, listen, ghosts sometimes, I don't know. I've heard and seen things that make me think there's more going on out there.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that a lot of the ghost type of stuff is more just energy based. I don't know. I think that
Sure.
once our life force kind of leaves us, it's all energy. It's got to go somewhere.
Exactly. Even Einstein said energy is not going to be destroyed, so it's
Right.
got to go somewhere. Your energy goes somewhere.
All right, any other questions for Hey, would you blow me?
I can't see the chat, so if you have anything, you're gonna have to feed it to me.
That's what she said.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Paul wants to know, is parrot poop hard to get out? Yes. Yes, it
I
is.
mean, depends on
What
how
about
quickly you
Parrot?
catch it.
Never mind.
He hasn't come on my shoulder yet.
Well,
All right, Haywood, I think we're
Night
good.
is young. The
All
night
right,
is young.
thanks for having me on, guys.
Appreciate the story. Thanks,
Thank you.
my
Bye,
man.
Happy
Haywood.
Halloween.
All right, there he goes. Hey, would you blow me? Good
Good
ghost story.
story.
I'm gonna get off now. That's what she said.
Oh my
And then,
goodness.
and then you're going to stop the podcast? Or the other way around?
Do you want to
I'll
hear
have-
the story that freaked me out, or do you have to you got to go?
I do. To tell you the truth, I have such a bad headache, and I have to do things upstairs. By things, I mean my roommate.
Quick question.
Hello, I
Is
got the
Conan-
ticket on it. Go ahead.
Is this coat hanger working as bolts?
Yes, or something sticking out of your neck.
Yeah, no,
Cool.
it looks weird.
Yeah. Doesn't look like Frankenstein's bolts.
Quickly, in 2 seconds, Janine, before you go, is Halloween the sexiest holiday?
Yes.
Like more so than Thanksgiving? No, than Valentine's Day? Like, do you
Yes.
think?
It's up there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
For
I was
me, it
thinking
is.
about. I was thinking about. I feel like people get more drunk to have like dress up, like make it all. It's a more interesting sexual night than I think any other holiday.
Yes.
What about New Year's? New Year's, you get kind of sloppy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Good point.
But
Not
but
green
Halloween,
face
you're all
paint on your
crazy.
vagina sloppy, but
That's true.
Granted.
I real quick before I leave, I watched this movie last night called Barbarian on HBO Max.
Okay.
It was good. It was different. There was some very odd parts in it, but I think that you would like it, Frank.
I would like it.
Yeah.
Is it a remake of Conan the Barbarian?
No.
Okay, then I don't know what it is. What is it? Is it a action?
No, it's a
What
horror
kind of
movie.
A horror
Horror
movie.
movie.
Barbarian.
I only watch horror from September 1st till like about November 20th. When I'm done
Okay.
with all the horror movies in my queue.
That's an odd cutoff. That's a weird cutoff date.
Yeah. What if Thanksgiving is before the 20th? Is it ever before the 20th?
I don't think
Right.
so.
Whenever the Halloween, the Christmas cups from Starbucks come out, then I'm like, all right, I guess I have to.
Best Halloween movie, go.
Oh God, I
Or
have
favorite.
a lot. Like
Your
horror
go-to.
movie or a movie about Halloween.
Horror.
I think if you have only one movie to, like, let's say right now you only got time for one movie, what are you putting on? That's how you judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Alright,
Oh
so-
my God.
My wife and I
That-
recently. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
My wife and I recently watched Rocky Horror Picture Show just because I'd never seen it before, and I want to say, all right, I saw it, whatever. It is a weird movie, man.
It is weird.
Holy cow! I expected, the makeup, the dancing, the songs, and all that stuff, but it's just a weird story.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird direction.
Here's what
I
nobody
used to
says.
know it used to be a play.
It's a fucking C movie. Like,
Yeah, it's a cult classic, but it's
and
not that
yeah,
good.
you
It's
go to
not good.
you go to any town right now, that movie is playing at a theater. It's completely sold out, and everybody's there dressed up as a fucking character. And
Yeah.
they're throwing toilet paper at the screen, and they're playing along. There's like a game to play along.
We
It's
were
crazy.
watching like this is ridiculous. This
There's a
movie.
lot. There's a.
There's a theater by me that does it every single year, and like I said, they sell the little bags so people could throw the fucking 400 or 500 people show up to fucking
Really?
watch the movie. Yeah,
It's insane.
dressed up to the nines just to
crazy.
watch the movie that they could put on anytime. It's crazy.
That is crazy. You know what though? I get it. I like. There are cult classics. There are movies everybody gets into. I remember I saw Jaws on the big screen at Radio City, and everybody. It was like seeing it with. It was like seeing it with carbon copies of myself in the theater because
Yeah.
everybody knew all the lines and when this would happen, when that would happen. It's funny.
By the way,
cool-
that's my nightmare. Carbon copies of you that could fill a theater. Go ahead, Janine. What's
like
your
that.
favorite? What's your favorite movie? So you could go already.
Oh my God, that is a very tough question for me because I love a lot of different. I love like serial killer movies. I like the 80s stab ones. I like ghost
Yeah.
ones.
You a Michael Myers kind of
Michael Myers.
Halloween.
I love Freddy. I could watch Freddy anytime.
Freddy over Michael Myers. He's kind of fun.
Yes. And Child's
Right.
Play.
Now and then.
Chucky.
Child's Play's fucked up.
Yeah, I gotta go
That's
Michael
fucked
Myers.
up.
And you know
Original.
what? My father used to make me watch these movies with him at 6 years old.
Yeah,
Child's
that's-
Play. Child's Play. Come on, Val.
Child's
I feel
Play
like we
is
should
messed
call
up.
the authorities.
Why don't you call? I know a cop.
I know a cop.
Gotta
All
go
right, let me
Halloween,
before I
Anthony.
before I pass out.
Halloween movie. I don't know.
Good answer.
Right
Maybe
now
I'll
in my
listen-
house,
Go ahead.
in my house, it's Spookly the Square Pumpkin. That's the fucking.
Scared
Oh,
the
I
shit out
also
of you,
love
man.
Ghostbusters.
Is Ghostbusters a
funny,
holiday? Because then that'll be my answer. Because I fucking love Ghostbusters. That's a great movie.
No. Well, I was in a horror movie. That's a comedy.
I don't know. I don't really know. Scream, maybe. I tell you, I love the concept of. If you're asking me, like, I think Freddy is the best concept. Haunting
Me
you in
too.
your nightmares is the best.
That is pretty cool.
To me, that's so much better than Halloween. That's so much better. Like even Child's Play is interesting. It could be scary premise. The fucking little doll's possessed. You know, I get it. What's the
You hear
one
the
with
rumor?
there was all like little figures? What was that one? I used to be scared of that when I was a kid. Those like little
Like
little
dolls.
dolls. Yeah, what was that one? The dolls that got up and started killing
Yeah.
people. I haven't thought of that in like fucking
I
forever.
don't know
They,
that one.
they were in a hotel, right?
Maybe.
Puppet Master?
Puppet Master. He's right.
I don't have to look. Puppet Master?
That might be it. But there's a rumor going around that Robert Englund, the guy who plays Freddy, he named his successor. He said if I could have anybody play and carry on the Freddy Krueger name, it would be Kevin Bacon.
Really?
Yeah, he says he would be the best to do it. I could see that. He's got that skinny, that face. You know that I think he could play a good Freddy.
Me and Frank like this type of. We said this before. Me and you like this. What's his name?
Jackie O says the movie was called Dolls, maybe.
No, it was Puppet Master. I just looked it up.
Dolls. I know Dolls too. That's another good one. You know which one? You know which movie I'm talking about? It's like I don't know, 5 or 6 movies about the same thing. Annabelle is also a part of it.
The Conjuring?
Yeah, that's good.
Some messed up stuff there.
I think they're.
But
I
the
think
doll
they
never
Anthony
does
Michelle's
anything.
pants.
Spoiler alert: you don't see the doll every time something scary happens. Then they cut to the doll, and it's just sitting there. It's like, okay, doll. You never see the doll like do anything scary. It's just we're assuming the doll's the reason for the scariness because the camera cuts to it.
Right.
So all right. Not great. Then there's what is it? Amityville Horror, based on true stuff.
You know what was good? Blair Witch. Only if you saw it in the theater that first weekend. That was very entertaining.
Yeah, when it came out, because nobody knew it was a hoax. When that came out, everybody was like, "Holy shit, this is creepy stuff."
Yeah, I know. And
It was like-
then you found out.
It was right in the beginning of like internet virality.
Mm-hmm.
When it was like, I read on the internet that this is a thing, and people were like, what the fuck's the internet?
Yeah. That and the first Paranormal Activity.
Oh yeah, that one's another good one too.
That, you know what? I did see that I did go rush to see that in the theaters like the week it came out. That was good.
That was good to catch.
Yeah.
What's the one? Before I leave, because I could talk about this all night long. That's what she said. It's not the Goblin, but it's something else with a G, and it was like an apartment
Gremlins?
building, and you went into like another world when you were there, and it was all these little green little goblin things, but not a goblin.
Not Ghoulies.
Hold on,
Those things that came out of the toilet.
maybe so.
Because that was like a goofball, funny one. Then there's
No.
then there's like the Blob. Then there's the thing from outer space.
Was it
and
Ghoulies? Oh,
Then there's all the zombie ones like Dawn of the Dead. That's a great one. Or Night
Do you
of the
wanna
Living Dead.
Do you want to see? I got a clip of a friend of mine who works for a theater on Long Island. Posted this thing about the theater being haunted.
Yeah.
Troll. He's right. Hugo is right. Troll.
Oh, Troll. You
Yep.
go Hummer. And yes, Raven, I have seen people under the stairs. I like that movie. I didn't think it was scary. It was creepy. I didn't think it was like terrifying, but it was definitely creepy.
So what was Troll?
That was it. It wasn't goblins. It was troll. It was. Yep.
There was one troll that terrorized the apartment building, or many?
Yep.
One.
Not one.
That was many.
There was many.
Okay.
If you look at the picture, Google it, and you could see, you'll know it. You've seen it before.
All right. So what is this?
All right, so this is a friend of mine. She works at a theater on the island. Can you hear
Movie
this?
theater?
I don't know if you need to hear it. Watch the door. She's like hiding. And she sees, let me see if I can skip ahead here, but just watch
This is
the
gonna
door.
be something that pops out and scares the shit out of us. Oh,
That would have been great. That would have been great.
something. Wait a minute. The
Hey,
door
can
kinda-
Did you see the door? See the door?
Yeah, it's moving.
My eyes are tearing.
It could
Oh
be
my
a
God.
breeze.
That's what I thought too. And then let me skip to the end.
Up.
Oh my God.
Can you hear her or no?
Yes.
Okay. All right, listen.
Hello. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God.
That could be a breeze.
Right. Did you hear that?
What
What
was
was
that?
that?
Somebody's playing a joke on me.
That was it. There was
Like
nobody.
someone letting
Goodbye.
out air
Now I
out of a
gotta leave.
balloon.
That's what it sounded like, right? Yeah.
All right, J Sabs is gone. That's creepy.
That's creepy,
She's
right?
by herself in the theater.
She said she was by herself. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Halloween night. That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. That's fuck. No, this happened This happened a few weeks ago, and she invited who are those fucking ghost hunter people? Is it ghost hunters? Is that the
Oh,
name?
they left one behind.
And I think they're coming in November. They agreed to come and check it out.
Oh, to check this out. Oh, cool.
Unless she's totally fucking with everybody, I don't know, but that's what she said.
It's a cool trick.
Right?
If you ever get a chance, I mean, again, all the stuff on the internet on YouTube can be faked, of course. But the one that's really cool, there's a thing. It's called the Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. Nobody's checked it out. Like, you know, these ghost hunters and stuff. They should go check it out because it's weird looking. You go to this guy and it's just a older guy, maybe 60 years old, and he just has a camera. He lives alone in his house, and he just keeps running into. He calls it the shadow guy or shadow man. Every time he goes up to this bedroom, the thing is just there.
Shut the
standing there.
fuck up.
It's
What
just-
is this? What is this on Instagram?
No, on YouTube.
On YouTube?
Ghost of Carmel, Maine, and this thing is just standing there, and every time, and it makes him jump every time, and it's fucking freaky.
Ghost of Carmel, Maine. Okay.
It's a big thing. I don't know if anybody's checked it out, but I see all these ghost hunter shows and all these internet ghost hunters, and I don't know if anybody's ever gone there, but it's a fucking freaky one. If anybody should check any of this stuff out, that's a good one.
Probably not. I mean, do you believe the ghost hunter bullshit? I feel like most of the time,
Most of it, I'm sure
Like, I can't
is.
watch those shows.
I mean, the odds that a ghost hunter catches ghosts on camera every time. I mean, we go do it. We're not going to catch anything. But at the second we call ourselves YouTube ghost hunters, watch those ghosts come out, baby.
All right, I just got chills a little bit because I'm watching this thing and this little
What, the
Okay.
Carmel, Maine?
yeah, like just the hairs on the back of my neck just stood up watching one of these clips of a little toy horse get knocked off a shelf.
Oh, that's nothing, dude. There's scenes in there. It's just a guy walking around with his camera in his house, and he just opens the door to a bedroom, and it's just sitting on the bed, not like legs on the ground, like sitting on the bed. You see like this black fog or something on the bed, and then he goes, oh god, and it jumps, and it's just the freakiest fucking thing. I mean, you have to find the one, but
Yeah, you have to send it. I have to send that one.
I'll look for it. But it's a freaked up one, and you know you hear it talking, like the guy is talking to it. He goes, "This fucking thing, it's driving me nuts." And all of a sudden you hear it go, "Fuck you!" Like you're an asshole, you know, shit like that. And you hear it like whispering to him, and it's weird shit. Then there's a shot of him. He walks in the room, and there's a man standing by the window, and then it just like evaporates out the window. It's like it's a second.
See, but that could be.
I know
visual
it could be
effects.
visual effects. It could
Yeah.
be. But the way it looks, it just looks very good.
All right, do you want to hear a couple of these stories?
Yeah.
All right, first, did I do the reincarnated kid? Did we do that on the podcast
That doesn't sound familiar.
a couple of weeks ago?
I don't think so. Oh, you mentioned it. You brought it up, but we never
And then we
talked
never
about
did it, right?
it. Right.
Let's do this one really quick because I fucking love this story. A 5-year-old kid who's in Ohio. He claims to have been an African American woman killed in a fire and
Okay.
reincarnated. His name is Luke Ruhlman. And he began freaking out his parents when he said that he used to be a woman named Pam. He was just 2 years old when he started saying this.
2 years old.
The boy's mother, Erica, said that her son began speaking of a woman named Pam from the age of 2, but the family didn't know anybody named Pam. One day, finally, Luke explained who Pam was. He
From
turned to
Seinfeld.
me and
Pam?
said, "What?"
From Seinfeld. Pam. Pam. All right, good.
He turned to me and said, "Well, I used to be, and I died, and I went up to heaven. I used to be a girl. I saw God, and then eventually God pushed me back down, and I was a baby, and you named me Luke." This is what this fucking 2-year-old kid is saying, 3 years old.
Dude.
The mother claims her son often provided spine-chilling details, including telling his family that he traveled on a train to Chicago, but the family who lived in Cincinnati, Ohio, never had been to the city of Chicago. He used to say, "When I was a girl, I had black hair." Or he would say, "I used to have earrings like that when I was a girl," like whenever some stuff would come up. So she began looking into some of these claims. The mother discovered that there was a woman named Pam Robinson who was one of 19 people killed in a fire at Chicago's Paxton Hotel in 1993. Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty weird. She looked like the kid described?
The family was connected to the paranormal investigations TV show The Ghost Inside My Child, whose producers investigated Luke's shocking claims. While filming, Luke was shown a full page of pictures with different black women in their 30s, one of whom was the late Pam Robinson.
Oh, don't tell me.
The child was asked to point to Pam and without hesitation pointed to the right woman. Does that not make you get a little fucking chill down your spine?
That is creepy. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Erica was finally pushed to the point where she contacted Pam's family to learn more about Pam. She discovered strange similarities between her son and Pam, including their shared love of Stevie Wonder and playing the keyboard.
Who doesn't love Stevie Wonder?
By the way, as the story goes, they have not charged any money. They're not writing any books. They're just talking about this because it's happening. So they're not like trying to like capitalize on it or anything. They're just fucking freaked out and they're like, this is what's happening.
Man.
Is that bizarre?
That is bizarre. Holy cow. So this is a recent thing? This is happening now?
Mm-hmm.
Or is this like this was like 10 years ago?
No. This was like a couple of weeks ago that this story came about.
Oh my God.
And she died in 1993, so fairly recently. Fucked up, right?
That is some stuff.
Yeah.
That is some weird stuff. That he picked out the right picture.
What?
That he picked out the right
30,
picture?
Out of 30 women.
1 in 30 shot, and he didn't even hesitate.
That's the one.
Oh God.
That's fucked up.
How does he know this? Like, how does he have he has the memories and stuff of, That's crazy.
Weird shit, right?
Yeah. Holy cow.
I know.
That is some spooky stuff. Imagine your son starts talking, or your daughter, out of nowhere, just starts telling you this.
I'm not ashamed to say I would give away the child because the other option is murdering them, and I think I'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, it's time for adoption. I'd be like, guess what happens when you're 8? You go to live with a new family.
Yeah, it's over.
This is what happens.
We send you on your way. I'm not dealing with reincarnated, people.
Yep.
Hey, maybe the old soul was. What was the? There was a movie we just watched. Oh my goodness! It stars the woman from Orange Is the New Black, the blonde. It's a horror movie. It's very good. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of like this. It has the same kind of story, but the guy who died is evil, and he kind of comes back as he kind of tries to take over his kid. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's weird. You know what? There was a movie. It always stuck with me. It's so stupid, and it has nothing to do with being.
It's called The Prodigy. God.
Okay, The Prodigy. maybe somebody knows this. Has nothing to do with being scary or creepy, but it always stuck with me. This guy gets into a car accident and loses his arm, and so
Okay.
they give him they give him like it's like an arm transplant.
Mhm.
Like they give him the arm of another person who happened to be a killer.
Okay,
and
yeah,
then-
that's a classic.
The guy becomes a killer. What
I
is
think that's a. What do they call those? Urban legend.
Yeah, but somebody made that into a movie because I remember watching and going like, "This is fucking crazy and stupid," but it always stuck with me.
Yeah, that's a.
Anyway, Rhonda apologizes. She can't make the storytelling, so she wants me to tell her story. You ready?
Go for it.
Okay. She says she is friends with this cinematographer and director who told this story to her and her husband years ago. She said her husband never, ever, ever believes these stories, but she believed this guy, Johnny, because he's an upstanding guy. He doesn't lie about shit. So he told this story when they were together in Colorado, which is a creepy place to tell a story.
Yeah.
By the way, I remember the first time I saw, what was the one, I See Dead People? What was that M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Oh, Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. I saw the Sixth Sense in like Wyoming. I get out of the theater. There's nothing but
with you.
fucking cornfields everywhere. It was fucking terrifying. It was fucking terrifying. All right. So Johnny was filming in Ireland. They were done working for the night. Johnny was in his bedroom in a hotel with his coworker in the next room. Just as he was going to go to sleep, he sees the figure of he sees a woman figure floating through the wall wearing an old-fashioned dress. He was so shocked he couldn't make a sound, and then he watched the figure float through the next wall into his friend's room. A few seconds later, he hears his friend scream, "Holy shit." The next morning, when he goes to check out at the front desk, Johnny says to the person at the front desk, "Last night I saw the most incredible thing." Before Johnny could finish his sentence, the person at the front desk reaches below, takes out a book, and says, "Could you please sign this? You're not the only one." The book was filled with names and comments.
Nice.
That's
there are hotels like
Fucking
that.
scary.
There are hotels like that. Especially, I think there's places like that in Scotland and Ireland. You just go there and they tell you, we're not responsible if, you run into anything. I mean, they're not going to hurt you, but if you see something, we're warning you. People have seen stuff, so heads up. Gary in the chat has a good one. My dad's watch stopped at the exact time of his death in 1971. 20 years later, a hypnotist had me hold it in my hand and think of Dad, and the watch started up. No winding, it just started.
That's fucking creepy. That's fucking creepy.
Oh boy,
Holy
that's a good one
shit.
too. That is a good one.
Holy shit. I'll tell you, really quickly, the greatest ghost story I ever heard. I remembered it the other night, and I'll probably butcher it a little bit, but this couple, they go and they restore like old places. So they decide to take on this old hotel in like Rhode Island or something. And a friend of mine told me this story years ago, and it was so good. And so they get into the hotel. There's nobody there, right? There's nobody there. There's 2 floors to the hotel. Everything is completely locked. They go around and they check everything, right? Completely locked, solid shut. Down, it was an old hotel. So down in the front desk area was a phone. And when you would pick up the phone in your room, it would automatically ring down to the phone on the front desk. And the light would pop on because it would tell you there was like 20 rooms in the whole hotel. So you would be able to see who is ringing the phone. Nobody in the hotel, middle of the night. They're down there sleeping on the first floor because they weren't going to go up and sleep in any of their rooms. Like the whole thing was like decrepit. Like there's no furniture in the place. There's nothing. There's sleeping bags. Fucking phone starts ringing. Light goes off on the room. They're like freaked out. They go up to the room. Nothing. Nobody there. No fucking phone. No, nothing. No, like it's an old hotel. It's completely empty. If somebody is running away, they would fucking, right? Go back down. This is weird. Don't know what happened. 5 minutes later, fucking phone rings. They pick it up this time. They hear breathing
Oh,
on the other end of the phone. Run back upstairs. Nobody in there. No nothing. Right? Now they're thinking somebody's fucking with us, like from the outside. Phone company, like they call the phone company the next day. They're like, no, this isn't attached
The
to
call's
anything.
coming from inside the building.
Yeah. They're like, is this like on an old line? Could somebody have this like number? The guy was like, nope. He's like, there's no way. He's like, if he's like, he told them, if this really happened to you, you need to fucking leave because there's no
God.
explanation for this. Isn't
That's
that weird?
fucked up. That is weird.
That's fucked up story.
That's some fucked up shit. One of my ghost stories is I was young. I had to be maybe 6 or 7 years old. My brother and I shared a room. He's 2 years older than I am. And middle of the night, it was middle of summer, so it's hot. Whatever. We're in our room. We're sleeping. It's like 2 a.m. My brother wakes up out of nowhere. He's freezing. He looks across the room to my bed. He sees a shadow kneeling at my bed. He'll tell you this story. And he gets up. He runs out of the room to my mother's room. Leaves me in the room with the with the shadow.
What a prick.
Yeah. So he runs into the room to get my mom. My mom wakes up, and Michael says, "There's a man in the room with Frankie. There's a man in the room." So she comes into the room. No one's there. It's freezing though. All of a sudden, it's July, and it's freezing in the house. And for years, we lived in this apartment where the bathroom light, there's one light that didn't work in the bathroom. My grandfather is an electrician. We, out of habit, just went in, turned the light on, the light came on. The one that never worked. That's number one. Number two, all of a sudden they started smelling my grandfather's cologne.
That's
Both
freaky.
my mother and my brother will tell you the exact. I was asleep. Of course, I slept through the whole thing. But my brother and my mother will tell you that exact story.
That's typical.
Yeah.
See, no, I don't believe your brother actually physically saw that. I think he dreamt it, got up, and went, and started the whole thing from there.
Either way.
Yeah, either way, it's freaky. But I think it's more believable if you're in this like quasi dream state.
Maybe, yeah, it could be. But he
'Cause
said
if you
he
think
woke
about
up
it-
and saw and looked over, and he saw that and
Right.
got up.
But how
You
many
jumped
times
out
are
of
you
bed.
dreaming and you feel like you're awake, you get up, and then you're,
Oh, sure.
you know,
Totally.
because none of this shit ever happens at 3:00 in the afternoon. Like,
Or does it?
it's always at night. It's always coming out of a sleep.
Not always. Look at the ghost of Carmel, Maine. Middle of the day.
Oh, was that in the middle of the day? I can't. You got to send that clip out.
I'm going to send it.
All right,
Send
find
to
it, and we'll circulate it around because everybody should beat the shit out of you for being like
It's a
this
good
craziest thing, and you don't know
It's
where it is.
fucking- I'll find it.
Yeah. We had that in my old radio studio, the first radio station, the first location that it was at. It was in the middle of just nothingness in Long Island. And it was like an old house that you could just tell like people have been hung in the yard and shit like that.
Oh, God.
And it would get like freakishly cold for no reason.
Mm.
And that would happen a lot. It would just be just like, just fucking freezing cold. Never saw anything too weird like other people said they did, but I did experience that where it was like, oh my God, all of a sudden it's just bitterly cold. And I'll never remember, there was a parking lot. There was like a main street of stores. This is in Amagansett, New York, if anybody wants to see it. There's a parking lot, main street of stores, parking lot, and then just an empty field. And there was a gate separating the parking lot from the field. And there was just one, just opening in the gate, like a door frame, like where you could just walk through and get to the field. And I always looked at that and I go, I will never, ever walk through that fucking door frame because I think you just go to somewhere else when you get to the other
It's a
side.
dimension. That's it. You go into the other side, and that's that.
To this day, I have never walked through that door.
I don't blame you.
And I never saw anybody on the other side of it either, too. So just so you guys know, this is in the heart of the Hamptons. Like, this was 4 feet away from where Paul McCartney and Liev Schreiber, like all these huge stars, used to see them there all the time. And I'm like, I've never seen anybody walk through that fucking gate, and nobody ever did.
Just take the gate down. It's over with that gate.
I wouldn't even go near it.
So I'm looking at this
What?
again, the Carmel, Maine thing.
Did you find the video?
I found some of it. Yeah, not all of it, but yeah, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you right now. It's fucked up.
All right. Well, we got to wrap up. Put it in the chat. Send it to me. I'll post it. Don't forget, everybody, the Mega Millions. We got the ticket up on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. So if you want to get in on the jackpot, if we win anything, all you got to do is share the post.
Get in on that green, baby.
That's right, and be subscribed to our channel. So
right,
pretty simple.
Good stuff.
Not hard to do.
You could win some cashola.
Win some cashola. We got the Powerball ticket up there right now. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. Wherever you share it, you just make sure you're subscribed and you're good to go. Thanks to Jumpstart Coffee Company, best coffee in the planet. They powered me through Halloween. I would not have made it if it wasn't for my little cup that I took with me before I took the kids out trick-or-treating.
Good stuff.
Certainly helps power me through this sugar crash that I have right now. Currently, I'm going to have some more when the show is over. We didn't talk about any of these kind of stories. We could do it next time. All the dumb celebrities leaving Twitter because of Elon. They're so fucking stupid. I can't stand people.
Well, what did he? I don't even know what he did yet. What did he do to Twitter?
He did nothing. He did nothing. Yeah.
Oh, didn't he? Well, he posted some conspiracy theory bullshit.
I heard he put
Like his
something out,
first
but
day.
he took it down. I don't know
He
what
put it up
was.
and then deleted it after.
Something about Paul Pelosi. No, but here's the thing that everybody's getting pissy about. He said by the way, he has not changed a thing, but he said free speech is back on Twitter, right? So like a day or two after Twitter, some company who measures this stuff measured the amount of times the N-word was used on Twitter, and supposedly it like went up 100-fold on like the day he bought Twitter or the day after he bought Twitter. First of all, I'm not believing this at all. Second of all, even if that is true, like it's not Elon Musk's fault.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Because he literally has not changed any policy. So any of these people that would be using this fucking word would have used it at any other time. They're using it as
Did he fire a bunch of people though?
He did fire a bunch of people,
Yeah.
Yeah, he fired the CEO, he fired a bunch of the high. He's gonna just do all those jobs.
All right. What was that stupid thing he did with a kitchen sink?
That was dumb.
What the fuck was that?
No, that was corny and stupid. I can't stand by bad jokes. You know that.
All right, good.
But there's this whole hullabaloo, the blue check marks, kind of the liberal leaning people. I'm getting sick of them. They're fucking. They're like, I'm leaving Twitter, everybody, and they're announcing this on Twitter. It's like, just fucking go then. If you don't want, like nobody will notice that you're fucking there or not. So that was that story. Kanye says he knows what it feels like. He apologized to the people who got offended about his
but
George Floyd shit. Because remember when he said he didn't believe George Floyd's death, whatever? And he goes, I know how it feels now because Adidas has basically got their knee on my neck. I'm watching this. I'm going, oh God.
My God. Shut up, Kanye.
What are you doing?
You idiot.
What are you doing?
What's the matter with him?
I don't know. I don't know. He goes, I apologize to the people I offended for not believing. And I'm like,
but here's a whole new set. Here's a whole new reason to be offended.
And then he finished. There's got to be some kind of a bit on second parts of the sentence that completely just fucking ruin the first part. So that's Kanye,
man?
and then he got into a screaming match at his kid's soccer game. So I thought that was pretty interesting too.
Good Lord.
That's it. No, not November. Are you taking part, Frank, or are you abstaining?
Ah, shit. That starts tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time is it? All right, I gotta go.
All right, that's it for us. I'll let you know if I'm taking part. No, not November. We'll see how the first couple of days go.
I'm gonna be like Kramer. I'm out.
When he comes in and slaps the money on one of the funniest moments of his
He
career.
was gone for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. All right. Thanks to Hey, Would You Blow Me?
Yes, thanks, buddy.
Great appearance, my man. Good job. Rhonda, I'm sorry we only got to like 2 of the stories from the list. I knew this was going to happen.
What?
You know, that we weren't going to get to a lot of the ghost stories.
You know, we got a couple of them out there.
Yeah.
Gary in the chat had a good one with the watch.
The watch was a fucking good one. That's going to weird me out.
Guys, stay safe out there. Happy Halloween.
Don't tell anybody, but I'm kind of happy that Janine got a fucking ticket. Her day was ruined.
That's messed up. I'll leave you with that.
All right, for Frankenstein and what was she? A hooker? I can't remember.
Harley Quinn, I think.
Got it. Something
Or a
like that.
hooker.
That's it for us. Thank you, guys. We'll catch you all on the next one.
Show me potato salad. Maybe we should go now.
Go ahead.
Frank's a little pussy. Janine bangs old homeless guys.
Jerk.